Hey, Pop Culture Overload fans, Jason the X here, and I've got Transformers Prime, Robots in Disguise, Deluxe Hot Shot, and I gotta say, I'm really happy with this guy. I know he's just a repaint, first of the, not first edition, the Robots in Disguise Bumblebee, but it works a lot better for this guy. In fact, this gives you pretty much an extra Autobot to add to your team, just because he's a little bit different from the FE Bumblebee, which is the one I display with my team. But overall, this guy is really awesome. So let's get on looking at his packaging here. You got Transformers Prime. You got a nice little shot of Hot Shot there with his guns and his visor down. You got the snap-on blasters. And turn it around. You've got his bio here. Pause it. Okay. I like how he holds his guns here. That's usually how I display them. It gives them a little bit more individuality than Bumblebee. But I like that gunslinger design, especially with that visor there. Here's a look at his snap-on blasters. And here's a look at the tech specs. The box was a little crushed when I got it, but, you know, you do what you can. So, moving on back to Hot Shot. And as you can see, he is just a really awesome looking sports car, and all of his colors match, unlike that other Bumblebee that we got. The wheels are unpainted. I might put a little silver paint on those, but just look underneath. You can kind of see his head down there. The visor up there. Or it's, yeah, it was up. Now it's down. But this paint scheme works really well for me. I mean, this is almost reminiscent of tracks on the top here. Of course, you got the engine block there. But this blue just works for me a lot better. I got the translucent headlights up there, translucent windows all around. It's a great figure. I usually am not excited for anything that's a repaint, but this works a lot better. In comparison, here he is with, pop those off, Robots in Disguise Bumblebee. As you can see, it's the same car, but of course Bumblebee had that, I don't know if my camera's picking it up, the yellowing here just doesn't match the plastic. This Bumblebee didn't have red headlights before. I painted those on, but this guy did. So that was a step up. At least I put a little more paint apps. But they couldn't do that with Knockout. Here's a look at the weapons. This is Hot Shots here, and this is Bumblebees. And Bumblebees were a little bit of a lighter gray, whereas these are a darker gray. But it's the exact same mold. They stack the same way. But let's move on to the transformation. And like Robots in Disguise Bumblebee, it's a very easy transformation. You just take these arms down. They don't get snagged. I like to go ahead and pop the doors open. Go ahead and pin it back from the top of the car. Get these back as far as they go. Flatten out the feet. I'm just kind of zipping through this because we've seen this before. Now, like Bumblebee, he does have that same problem with the hood. When you open it up for the Automorph, it doesn't go back far enough, but if you just hold these shut a little bit and tilt it up, it's all that pretty easy. And then you just blam out. If the damn hood isn't in the way. Okay. And now I got it caught. There we go. And there's his head reveal. Take the hood of the car, the roof of the car, rotate it back. You got your little clear tab there. It plugs right into the back. Here to lock them together. And there you have Robots in Disguise Hot Shot. Now, like I said, this guy repaint, but still pretty awesome. I like him just a lot better. He's got great light pipe, and I'm just going to go ahead and picture that right now. As you see, he does have a different head mold. Everything else is the same except for this different head. And a little bit more paint. I like this. He's got some great light piping. If you look right now, you can kind of see his eyes through there. But when you raise it up, there you go. I'm going to zoom in here because a lot of people think that silver at the top are his eyebrows, but if you look, there's the lights, and you can look at that light piping. The silver is actually his eyebrows, and you can kind of, there we go. That really shows off the light piping. And this is just a translucent piece they put on here, but if you tilt it down, it still shines through. So the visor is a great addition. Great hot shot head here. I'm glad they didn't cast him in yellow, and it wouldn't have made much sense with Bumblebee already in there. Comparison shot, I'll go ahead and get alrighty Bumblebee transformed here. Away, down, tip back a little bit, and blammow. And split his legs. So here you got a comparison shot of the alrighty Bumblebee with him, and as you can see, this they put a lot more paint on this guy, and it really stood out a lot more. Just the arms, the top of the shoulders here, the doors, and this boring head mold here, and even some down here in the legs. I might add some more paint to this guy. I don't really have a reference to go off of, but I just like him more than this guy. I hated this figure. I love this one. Get out of here. So, but this guy a lot better. At the bottom you got the ankle joint here. You kind of got this going on here. He can go almost, well, that's pretty much 90-degree bend there. Got a twist at the thigh, a little ball joint there. Same problem with the arms, with the shoulders kind of being weird with the armor. But you got a, I don't know what, they added a nice ratchet joint here. Not sure why. That's the only place they got one. And the head is on a ball joint as well. Rotate that around. And you can take his guns, and you can either put them into his arms here. He's got the same square holes for a round peg like Bumblebee had. Or you can go ahead and just pop one into his hand like a gunslinger. And I like that better. Just gives them a little bit more distinction from all the way. I'm going to flip it down. So yeah, that's Transformers Prime Deluxe Class Hotshot. And if you see this guy, don't just say, hey, that's a Bumblebee repaint. Go ahead and pick him up. He's a great character. He's got the better paint apps. Pick him up if you see him. And if you see a Viacon, you get it from me. Anyway, but that has been my review. I'm Jason the X, and until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.